Yep.
Good evening, coming to you live from Duluth, Minnesota, from Duluth Marshall Arena. Tonight we have some junior gold B hockey. It's going to be the Farmington Tigers versus Duluth. We'll start with the home team, Duluth. They currently come in having played 12 games with an overall record of 7-4-1, having 26 total points in those 12 games. They currently sit in 4th place in the gold division. They'll be the home team with the white tops, white socks, trimmed out in black and yellow. Tigers go on the road. Big weekend for the Tigers. 3 road games ahead, 2 against this same Duluth team. Tigers come in having played 12 games with an overall record of 5-5-2. They have 20 points in those 12 games. They currently sit in 8th position in the gold division. The Tigers will be in their away black uniforms with black tops, black socks, trimmed out in orange. Tigers coming off a big win against Woodbury. However, 9 big points await them this coming weekend. 2 games against Duluth and then the matinee against Egan on Sunday. But first things first, they're looking for a little bit of revenge. They have a game tonight here on Friday night. Then we'll be back on the ice tomorrow morning, 9:30. Teams shake hands, get their final cues from the coaches, ready to get this game started. Period number 1 will have 15 minutes on the period. And here we go. We'll get your starting lineups here for period number 1. Starting the game at center will be number 3, Luke Besser. At right wing, number 21, Jake Kiefer. And at left wing, number 19, Kellen Kramer. Back defensively to start the game will be number 6, Owen Stensland. And number 27, Grayson Papera. Ready to drop the puck here. Duluth Marshall Arena. 8:30 p.m. start. Tigers looking for a big W here against Duluth. It's going to start out neutral ice, going to be hit there by Kiefer, picked up by Duluth. And now Duluth going right into their offensive zone, try to backtrack there by Papera. Comes all the way out to Stensland. Stensland behind. Goalie tonight will be number 1. It looks like Finn Heidela. Finn Heidela going to be on the goal, and here goes Besser right away into their offensive zone. Besser now chasing it back to Kramer. Kramer grabs it with one hand behind the Duluth net. Tries to pitch one out to Kiefer. Kiefer right out front. Tries to get a quick one there. That one's saved by Duluth. First shot of the night coming from the Tigers, saved by the Duluth goalie. Here goes Duluth right through neutral ice now, pushing it up the right-hand side. Stensland there, tries to defend. Now the center of pass, not there, picked up by Kiefer. Kiefer chips one forward. That one kept in by the defenseman from Duluth. Now Papera is able to chip one free. Papera coming cross ice over to Kramer. Kramer pushes one forward, comes right back to Kramer, pushes one deep. We're going to get the first change of the game here for the Tigers. First on is going to be the center, number 5, Jack Peterson, followed by number 7, Mason Boyer, and also on this line. Oh, now coming all the way, Duluth, they score. Tigers get lackadaisical on defense, 13:48 here in the first period, and they go up 1-0. Both Lehmeyer and Mace and Letter back defensively. Tigers just got a bit lackadaisical, and Duluth walked it right in. They go up 1-0. On the left on this line is going to be number 11, Clayton West. So Peterson, West, Boyer, Lehmeyer, and Letter. Duluth up 1-0 early here. 13:40 to play in period number 1. Picked back over to Letter. Letter quickly up to West. Now over to Peterson. Peterson drives it into the middle. Tries to take a shot. That one blocked forward into the netting. Neutral zone face-off coming up, offensive zone face-off coming up here for the Tigers. This will be to the right of the Duluth goalie. Going to keep Peterson, West, Boyer, Letter, Lehmeyer out on the ice. 13:33 here to play in period number 1. 1-0 Duluth. Shot comes all the way through. Oh, rebound was right there. Boyer took a slap at it, but saved by the Duluth goalie. 13:29 to play here in the first period. Peterson to take the draw. Draw is going to come right through Boyer. Now Boyer's going to chase after it. Boyer with it, tries to take a quick shot, goes behind the net. Comes out to Letter. Letter chips one forward. Comes all the way past West. West chases it around into the corner. Knocked free. Stays with Boyer. Boyer knocks one back over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer tries to take a shot. Comes to Peterson. Peterson circles back over to Letter. Letter with a shot and save Duluth. Now right back over to Lehmeyer. That play blocked, and we're going to keep this one right here. We'll get an icing called, and there's the whistle. Next line up, this line's going to feature Besser at center, along with Anderson, number 16, Connor Anderson at left wing, and number 9, Luke Manthai at right wing. Lehmeyer and Letter are going to remain defensively. Besser to take the face-off. This one's going to come free. It's going to come over to Manthai. Now back to Duluth. They chip one around. Anderson's going to be the first one there. Chips one forward. Gets picked up by Duluth behind their goal net. Now picked over Duluth, picked up though by Besser. Besser tries to chip one forward, picked up by Duluth. Duluth goes through neutral ice, slapped there by Lehmeyer. Hit foul by Anderson. Anderson picks up the puck. Anderson trying to work it through the zone, gives it back to Letter. Letter from the top of the left circle takes a shot, blocked. That one hits off the plexiglass and then knocked away by the Duluth goalie. Stays in the left circle, knocked around there by Letter. Letter tries to glove that one free, still staying in the Tigers' offensive zone. Now driven back through the neutral ice, picked up by Lehmeyer. All the way through, and here goes Duluth. Duluth goes into their offensive zone, left circle, takes a shot, save Heidela. 12:07 now to play in period number 1. Duluth leading 1-0. Kiefer and Kramer come out with Peterson. Defensively, it's Stensland and Blair. This one's going to come over to Blair. Blair pitches this one out behind Heidela. Is going to try to get out to Kramer. Gets by Kramer. Gets out to the defensive point for Duluth. Now going to track all the way around. It's going to be Kiefer and Blair there first. Now tracking all the way over to Stensland. Stensland looks for his footing. Tries to get out to Kramer. Stays with Duluth. Picked up by Peterson. Now Peterson advances forward. Gets it up to Stensland. It's going to be Stensland and Kiefer trying to break it free. And now they're going to get offsides. Offsides on the Tigers as Stensland is trying to drag it into the offensive zone. That one got poked away by the defenseman from Duluth, and offsides Tigers. Tigers will keep the same grouping out there. It's going to be Peterson, Kramer, Kiefer, Blair, and Stensland. 11:44 now to play here in the first period. Duluth up 1-0. Knocked away there by Stensland, picked up by Kramer. That one got stolen away. Picked up by Duluth. Now they rush it forward. Try to take a shot, blocked. Kiefer knocks one forward. Now Kiefer grabs the puck. Coming all the way over, hits it off of Kramer's skate, and then drives one deep. Tigers trying to go to work. Kiefer and Peterson there. That one just gets by, picked up by Blair. Blair chips one forward over to Kiefer. Kiefer waits with it, tries to center a pass. That one goes off of his skate. Now it's going to be Stensland jumps to play. Picked up by Duluth, goes into neutral ice. All the way back in the Tigers' defensive zone. Blair quickly over, hits a Kramer as he's changing. I don't think they're going to get a penalty for too many men. Kiefer's going to pick this one up. Going to come up quickly, trying to hit up to West. Does he have enough English on that one? And no, they're going to get an icing call. 10:53 now to play here in period number 1. It's 1-0 Duluth. This defensive zone faceoff is just going to come up to the left of Heidela. Or no, I'm sorry, to the right of Heidela. Next group up, it's going to be Boyer and West. along with Besser, Letter, and Papera. Face-off comes out. Now Letter chases. Letter hits his man there. Still stays with Duluth. They're trying to get out to their defensive point. Knocked free by West. Comes over to Papera. Papera knocks one now free over to Letter. Letter just swings it up. It stays in their defensive zone. Comes back, swings by Letter. Now over to Papera. Papera trying to hit a streaking Besser, but we're going to get an icing called. Icing's called. We'll keep it right here. 10:29 now to play here in period number 1. Duluth up 1-0. Tigers looking what they're going to do here. West has got to come back out. Looked like West wanted to change. West is going to have to come back out on the ice along with Boyer and Besser, Letter, and Papera. Besser to take the face off. This one's going to come free to Papera, but gets knocked out to the defensive point there for Duluth. Now fought there by Papera. Backtrack by by Boyer. Duluth trying to find a shot on the right circle. This one chipped forward, gets over to Besser. Besser tries to flank one over to Boyer. And now into the left circle goes Duluth. Now Duluth walks it in. That one got knocked away just at the last minute by Letter. Comes all the way over to Besser. Besser with it. One-man breakout. Here he goes. Tries to chip one forward. That one stays in the defensive zone. Besser goes back. Hands off to Papera. Papera loses it on the left-hand side. Picked up by Duluth. But then they do all the work for the Tigers. Get it in neutral ice. Tracked all the way back to Heidela. Goes Letter. Letter has time. Waits. Comes all the way up to West. Now West drags it through, gets that one taken away, kicks it right back over to Besser. Besser over to the right circle. Besser gets hit in the back. Keeps the puck right there, knocked forward by Boyer. Boyer's going to get a change. Now Duluth races up the right-hand side, moving it through neutral ice. Now cruises through center of the ice, knocks one free deep into the zone. Going to be chased over by Letter. That one stays in Duluth's side. Now they walk it in by Heidela. Tigers got to be careful. Chased now by Stensland and Lehmeyer. Now, and we're going to get a penalty. Penalty with a cross check, it looks like, on the Tigers. Yep, West was out there for quite a bit of time. Eventually got himself off the ice by creating a penalty. Cross check coming on number 11, West. 9:08 here to go. Tigers will be the first on the penalty kill. Tigers will start the penalty kill with Peterson at center, Manthei at left wing. Back defensively are going to be Blair and Lehmeyer. No penalty on the board, so we got to get over there and get the penalty on the big board. Now it's up. West penalty, 2 minutes going to be for cross-checking. Duluth is going to control here early. Let's see what they can do. They did get a chip through. Had a sliding puck that Heidela smothered up. 9:03 here to go in period number 1. 1:55 left in the Tiger penalty. Peterson to take the face-off. This one's going to come out free to Duluth again. They're going to try to set up. Lehmeyer's the one chasing. Lehmeyer comes right back to it. He isn't able to free up the puck, stays with Duluth. They try to center a play, and it comes all the way out to neutral ice. Duluth is going to have to recheck. Peterson chases. Peterson does enough just to get it back into the Tigers' defensive zone for a short period of time. 1:35 now to go in the Tiger penalty. Picked up by Letter. Letter tries to push one through. Now they do. It's going to be Peterson getting out to neutral ice and clears it all the way down into their offensive zone. Peterson chases the first one there. Right behind him is going to be Manthei. Now Manthei. Manthei lets the man just kind of get centered. Duluth slowly walks it in. Now they get into their offensive zone on the left circle. Duluth from the corner makes a nice nifty move that takes a quick shot. Oh, a little bit of a tricky shot there by Duluth, but saved by Heidela. 8:16 now to go here in period number 1. 1:08 left in the Tiger penalty. Tigers will get a change. They're going to bring out number 16 Anderson and 21 Kiefer to go along with Lehmeyer and Letter. This one's going to come all the way out. Lehmeyer lets it fly all the way down to the other end. It's going to be for Duluth. First one, there's going to be Kiefer. Oh, went right by Kiefer's stick. I didn't think he thought they were going to miss on that one. Duluth quickly comes back. And nice job by Anderson to get it out to neutral ice. Anderson's now going to be the first one there. Anderson chasing. They get out to neutral ice. Now chased back by Kiefer, Letter, and Lehmeyer. Here comes Duluth. Goes all the way into the corner. Tigers back defensively. Let's see what they do. Missed on that pass. Comes all the way out to the defensive point. Waits with it. Holds it. Then hit by Kiefer. Kiefer's not able to check. Not able to clear. They come back through the left circle. Now they are able to clear. Good job by Anderson. Backhands one all the way through. 25 seconds left here in the Tiger penalty. 7:31 to go here in first period. Tigers down 1-0. Kiefer's going to jump the play, trying to make something happen, but Duluth quickly gets it through the zone. Now they walk it through and hit once, hit twice, loses the puck. Now 7:20 to go here in period number 1. Kiefer tries to make a play there, now picked up by Letter. He gets hit in the back, no call. Letter gets almost knocked out, but is able to keep the puck in. Nope, they're going to get offsides. Neutral zone face-off coming up right below the camera well. 7:09 here to go in period number 1. 1 second left in the Tiger penalty. It looks like they're going to kill this penalty, but let's see how quickly they can make the exchange out and get back to even strength hockey. Besser's going to take the face-off. He's going to have Kiefer to his right. Lehmeyer and Letter staying back defensively. That's going to do it for the Tiger penalty. This one's going to come all the way over to Kiefer. Kiefer lets one fly up, goes into neutral ice. Chased down by Kramer. This one now goes over to Besser. Besser backtracks, grabs the puck, waits with it, gets through one, gets that one knocked away. Now Letter. Oh, nice job there by Besser. Lets the opponent's stick fly. Picked up by Kiefer, tries to find a handle, stays with Duluth. Goes right back into the corner, comes right back over to Letter. Letter chips one forward, trying to get over to Kramer. Kramer now backhands one right to the Duluth defenseman. Stays at the point. Chased there by the Tigers. Now it's going to be Lehmeyer jumping into the play. High puck goes down into the corner. Picked up by Duluth. Tigers can't get it out of the zone. That one blocked down. Tigers got to be careful here. That one got through Letter. Now still stays with Duluth into the corner. Coming over for Kramer. Kramer's going to chase this one over. Kramer trying to make a play, gets it by one. This one's going to come all the way down. We should get an icing call, and that'll get a change for the Tigers. 6:05 here to go in period number 1. Tigers down 1-0. Papera and Stensland coming out defensively. Back out offensively will be Peterson at center, West and Boyer at the wings. Peterson to take the faceoff. Faceoff's going to come out to Duluth, but picked over by Stensland. Can Stensland make a play? He's being hounded by 2 Duluth defensemen right now. Now picked up by Peterson. Peterson kicks one up to Boyer. Boyer moving up the left-hand side. Boyer looking for some room. Now backs one over to West. West takes a shot, save Duluth. This seemed to be the problem last time Tigers played Duluth. Their goalie was hot. Tigers are getting shots. Now they just got to make one count. Trying to get this 1-1 all the way up to Peterson. Stays in neutral ice. Now knocked back into the Tigers' defensive zone. 5:35 here to play in period number 1. Tigers down 1-0. Picked up by Stensland. Stensland tries to redirect. Now we got a penalty. Tigers are going to go on the power play. Here goes Heidela off the ice. Here come the Tigers. It's going to be Peterson on the delayed penalty. Over to West. West driving through. Back to Peterson. Peterson waits, holds. Oh, no! And the pass goes wide. Can the Tigers still get to it? And they score. And errant pass gets by Stensland on the delayed penalty. Scores against the Tigers. Tigers go down 2-0. You can hardly make it up. Oh, it was West. Got by Stensland. Tigers with an errant pass down, scoring one of those crazy delayed penalty goals that should have been all positivity for the Tigers, turns into negativity as they go down 2-0, but they still have a power play to deal with. Let's see what they can do. Tigers, it's going to be Letter over to Stensland. Letter now is going to drive it into their offensive zone. Comes up right through middle of the ice. Letter now takes a shot. That one goes wide. 1:42 to go. It's going to be Stensland. Stensland drives it all the way through, tries to take a shot. That one goes wide. Picked up by the Tigers. Tigers with it. It's going to be Besser. Takes another shot in out front. Now Letter with it. Letter tries to get one through as well. Comes all the way back over to Manthei. Manthei with it. Circles around, looking for a passing lane. Comes over to Besser. Besser settles that one down. Now over to Letter. Letter takes a shot. That one goes high. Now picked over by Duluth, and Duluth comes all the way down. And then Heidel lets it go. Picked up by Duluth. Heidel let that one go, thinking it was going to come over to Anderson. Anderson stopped his feet, and then Duluth was able to pick it up. Tigers quickly get it back. It's going to be Stensland coming through. 4 minutes to go. Under a minute to go in the power play. Lost there by Anderson and cleared by Duluth. Now picked up by Letter. Letter comes up to Stensland. Stensland quickly up to Manthei. Manthei trying to now wait and holding, trying to get over to Kiefer. He's going to get it down to Kiefer in the corner. No, it's still with Manthei. Manthei tried to center a pass. Nothing there. 30 seconds left in the Tiger power play. Kiefer drags this one now over to the right circle. Kiefer waits, holds, still waiting. Comes down. They're looking for a passing lane. Comes over to Manthei, back over to Kiefer. Now Kiefer over to Besser. Besser waits, holds, waits. Now it comes back over to Kiefer. Kiefer with a quick shot, tough angle. Now it's going to come over to Stensland. Stensland keeps it in through the snow. Comes over to Kiefer. Kiefer through the right circle. Kiefer with a shot. And did he get one? No, that one's saved as well. Comes over to Besser. Tigers doing an amazing job keeping the puck. Just can't seem to find it. This one should be an icing call, and that's going to be icing call. 3:03 left here in the first period. Tigers with good opportunities, just unable to stuff one in. Tigers down 2-0. And two kind of crazy goals early on. I think they got a little bit lackadaisical on the defensive end. Let Duluth walk in, scoring. And the second one on a delayed penalty. An errant pass as they were trying to get some offense generated. Ended up finding the empty net on their defensive side. Now here comes Duluth right through the neutral ice. Tigers got to find a response. They have Lehmeyer and Blair out. Here comes Duluth. Tries to take a shot. That one goes up into the netting. 2:49. Here to go in period number one. It's 2-0 Duluth. Defensive zone face-off coming up to the right of Heidela. Comes out to the defensive point for Duluth, chased by Kiefer, kept in by Duluth. They come up to the left circle, still walking it in. Looking for a passing lane, comes right back out to the defensive zone. Now they take a shot. Heidela with the save and covers that one up. See if the Tigers get a change. Nope, they're not gonna. They're gonna keep the same group out there. It's gonna be Kramer, Kiefer, Peterson, along with Lehmeyer and Blair. Peterson to take the face-off. This one's gonna be held in by Duluth. Now picked up by Peterson. Peterson advances it forward up to Kiefer. Now he's gonna try to hit over to Kramer. That one, the angle's too tough. Kramer chasing after it, unable to make the play. Comes back into neutral ice. Picked up by Peterson. Peterson fighting for it there. Picked up by Duluth. Comes right back into their offensive zone. Duluth in their left circle. Gets knocked around there by Blair. Tigers trying to come away with it. Trying to pick it up to Kramer. Now saved by Heidela up in the netting. That should get a Tiger change. 2:12 here to go in period number one. Tigers find themselves down early 2-0. Up next for the Tigers will be West, Boyer, and Besser, along with Letter and Papera. Besser to take the face-off. This one's going to come out to Duluth from the defensive point. To take a quick shot, and that one's saved by Heidela. .209 here to go in period number one. Comes all the way out. Letter's going to chase along with Boyer. That one's going to come right out to Duluth and neutral ice. Knocked free there by Papera, but Tigers can't capitalize. Now Duluth pulls it into their offensive zone. Now moving under 2 minutes to go. Now they try to center a pass. Right there it is. Oh, Tigers got away with one. Now they keep it right there. Tigers unable to clear it. Duluth keeps it in their left circle. Now circles around, looking, gets knocked down, and Tigers going to be right back on the penalty kill. Right back on the penalty kill, and now looks like he's hurt, potentially. Let's see, he's going to get up. This might be a little bit of acting to see if we can get a 2 and 10. But number 11 going right back into the penalty box for another cross check. Number 11's got to be careful. One more, it means it's going to be an ejection from the game. 1:35 here to go in period number 1. West going right back to the penalty box here for 2 minutes. Tigers 1 for 1 on the penalty kill so far. They're going to have Peterson and Anderson along with Letter and Papera out there to kill this penalty, or at least to start to kill the penalty. Now it's going to be chased all around. They have nobody out there. Peterson jumps the play. Gets through. Heidela is able to block it. And it goes into the netting. So 1:25 here to go in period number 1. 2-0 comes out to Duluth. Duluth still has time on their power play. Sits in the left circle. They try to find some zone time. Get it out to their point. Now that one blocked down. Nice job by Peterson. Chased over by Papera. Papera tries to handcuff him there. That comes right back out to their defensive point. Sitting there with Duluth. Swung at by Anderson in the right circle. There's a centering play and there's a score. It was a pretty power play by Duluth. Tigers got a little bit congested there on the defensive end. Leads to a nice centering pass. Duluth scores. They go up 3-0. That'll do it for the West penalty. Tigers find themselves down early. 3-0 here. 1:03 left to go in the first period. Anderson, Manthei, Peterson, along with Lehmeyer and Stensland. Duluth quickly goes right back to the work. They're walking right through the zone now, hit away by Lehmeyer into neutral ice. Comes all the way down. They're going to wave off icing. Under a minute to go here in first period. It's been all Duluth here early. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer from the right circle. He takes a shot. That one gets blocked and goes high. Comes out to Stensland. Stensland surveys. Comes all the way back over to Peterson. Peterson waits. Comes all the way back over to Stensland. Stensland now through neutral ice. That one hit off his skate. Tried to knock down by Anderson. Anderson runs into it. Goes right into the corner with it. Centering play. Bouncing puck. That one couldn't go free. Comes out to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer with a shot. Gets kick saved there by the Duluth goalie. Now it goes to Stensland. Stensland from the point. 20 seconds to go. Picked up by Peterson. Peterson circling, waiting, holding. Comes over to Stensland. That one gets taken away. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer drops one in. Tigers get back on the delayed offsides. Now under 5 seconds to go here in period number 1. It's been all Duluth. That's going to do it for the first period. Tigers find themselves down 3-0.
Yeah, you really do a good job up there.
I don't know about that.
After 3 games in a row together, you might go Although I'm still working on that.
Nearing the end of the first period. We don't have live scoring today. Just from my vantage point, I'd say it's fairly even on shots on goal. The difference being Duluth found the back of the net 3 times. Tigers unable to find the back of the net once. So it's 3-0 Duluth here at the end of the first period. Duluth scoring a power play goal, scoring early, and by the way, also scoring a delayed penalty goal. Now, that's something you see very often in this game. Tigers are going to start the second period. At center, number 3, Luke Besser. At left wing, number 19, Kellen Kramer. At right wing, number 21, Jake Kiefer. Back defensively, number 27, Grayson Papera, and number 6, Owen Stensland. Let's see what the Tigers have in store for us here in the second period. This one's going to start behind Heidela. Now come over to Papera. Papera tries to bounce one forward, and Kiefer misses coming through the neutral zone. Picked back up, now kept in the neutral ice. Good job there by Papera. Now hit by Besser, back to Besser. Besser moving with some time. I think he was trying to feed it back to Kiefer, but that one got tangled up as 2 Duluth defensemen sandwich Besser coming through the zone. Now picked up by Stensland. Stensland going behind Heidela. Stensland picking up to Kiefer. Kiefer going to quickly go up to Besser. Besser moving it through the zone. The one-man breakout comes through the left circle. Now tries a center-up play. Kellen Kramer was able to knock one free. Couldn't get the second swipe at it, though. Duluth quickly through neutral ice. Back are going to be Kiefer and Lehmeyer. Big shot there by Duluth. Saved by Heidela. Kramer lets it get by him. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer trying to feed out to Peterson, and we should get icing called. No, they're going to wave icing off. Oh, it's bad camera work. We got to get ourselves back here. Kiefer with it now in the corner. Kiefer fighting with it. Now picked over Peterson. Gets by Peterson. Out to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer takes a hack at it. Now into the ref. Ref with a nice block there in neutral ice. Picked up by Anderson. Anderson quickly back over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer loses an edge coming through the zone. All he saw was pay dirt in front of him, but he loses an edge and hits the ice. Picked up now by Peterson. Peterson gets it, tries to get it deep in the zone. We get it halfway into the zone, but now coming back out to neutral ice. Tracked down by Stensland. Stensland's going to circle, loses the puck there, goes into the corner. Stensland picks it back up, goes behind Heidela. Has Lehmeyer back as the defensive mate. Comes all the way up to Manthei. Manthei racing through the zone, trying to find some freedom there. Comes all the way out to neutral ice, picked up by Duluth. Duluth trying to get some control of this game. Unable to here early in the second period. Let's see if the Tigers can get a shot. Comes over to Manthei. Manthei trying to get back one over. Then gets hit into the boards. He'll be picked up by Peterson. Peterson the first one there. Has Anderson in. Close to the goalie. Back over to Manthei. Manthei circles around. Tries to circle a play. That one stays now with Peterson. Peterson from the right circle. He takes a tough angled shot that gets saved. Stays right there. Now another shot by the Tigers. Peterson. Tigers trying to do everything they can. They hit him high. They hit him low. They hit him in the middle. All of it's being shut down by the Duluth goalie. 12:38 here to play in period number 2. It's 3-0 Duluth. Tigers will get a change. It's going to be now. Oh, is that a Bjorkstrand sighting? Bjorkstrand, is that 13, right? Bjorkstrand back out on the ice, along now with West and Boyer. Almost got a little messed up there. Wasn't sure we'd see a Bjorkstrand sighting tonight, but we got number 13 back on the ice. Let's see if the Tigers can capitalize. Here go the Tigers now. It's going to be all 3 of them all the way down. Now it gets poked out. Bjorkstrand tries to poke one free. Comes all the way out to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer with a nice glove. Takes a shot. And then glove saved there by the Duluth goalie. Oh, and they're going to get a penalty, it maybe looks like. Let's see what they're going to do here. Tigers might be looking at their 3rd penalty of the game. Oh, yeah, Boyer's going into the penalty box. Number 7 going in the penalty box. That's going to be the 3rd penalty for the Tigers. Tigers want to watch. It's been a fairly clean game so far. That's only their 3rd penalty. They are 1 for 2 on the penalty kill. They're going to keep Bjorkstrand along with West, Lehmeyer, and Letter. 12:10 to play here in period number 2. 2 minutes on the Tiger penalty. Bjorkstrand to take the face off. This one comes out to the point for Duluth. Now over to the left circle. They try to center a play. Still just sitting there right in front. Nobody hassling the Duluth forward, and he just got in there clean. Took a shot, Heidela saved, smothered it up, and we'll get another face-off to Heidela's right. 12:02 now to go here in period number 2. 1:52 left of the Tiger penalty. This one's going to come all the way out to the defensive zone with a D of Duluth. Now they kick it in forward and knocked away with a big tee shot there by Lehmeyer. This one comes all the way down to the Duluth goalie. Quickly forward goes Duluth. Now getting through neutral ice. They walk it up, continue to go right back into their offensive zone. They set back up their power play. Here they go. Right to center ice, now comes out. Tigers clear. It's going to be Letter. First one down there is going to be Bjorkstrand. No, it's going to go right to the Duluth goalie. He waits. Knocked down by Bjorkstrand. Can the Tigers get to it? Bjorkstrand still chasing after it. Now picked up by Duluth. Bjorkstrand tries to take another hack at it. And that one gets free. Walking it in on Heidela. Looking for a centering pass. There it was. Oh, my goodness. They didn't hit the first one. They hit the second one. What a play by Duluth. What a better save by Heidela. 1:09 now left here in the Tiger penalty. 11:18 to go here in period 2. Tigers looking for an answer. They're down 3-0. They have 1:09 left here in the Boyer penalty. It's going to be Kiefer and Besser along with Lehmeyer and Letter. It's going to come back to Letter. Letter waits, holds, tries to go the other direction. Kept in by Duluth. Chased by Besser. They knock one down left circle. Knocked away by Kiefer as they try to center a pass, and then knocked away by Letter. Picked up by the Duluth goalie. Moving under 11 minutes to go. Duluth picks up that charge, trying to get right back into their offensive zone. Now 50 seconds, coming right back to Letter. Letter was thinking about maybe trying to pass up to Kiefer, threw one down. Kiefer tries to steal that one. Now it comes all the way. Kiefer is able to try to, oh man, he went through 3 players, still trying to get a handle of it. They stay in neutral ice. Kiefer's still on the play. Now they just knock one deep. Tigers might be able to get another clear here. Comes out to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer clears it again. Comes all the way down. Duluth goalie's stick is starting to get dents in it. They clear it so much. 10:30 now to go here in period number 2. Picked up by Kiefer. Kiefer with it. He tries to center. Oh, Besser with an opportunity. I think that one might have got blocked down before it made it to the goaltender. Now picked up by Letter. This is what you want to see Tiger hockey. This is aggressive Tiger hockey. This is how we want to see it being played. Now moving 10 minutes to go here in period number 2. Hit there by Kiefer. Picked up. Tigers are off penalty. Tigers are back to even strength. Coming all the way through, it's going to be Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer knocks one free. Coming all the way now behind the Duluth goalies, traveling all the way through to neutral ice, picked up by Letter. Letter makes one man miss, waits, holds, knocks one free. Letter's going to jump into the play. Letter now becoming a forward. Knocked all the way free, comes all the way out to Kiefer. Kiefer knocks that one down, waits, holds, now tries to hit over, hits over to Kramer's stick. They almost knocked that one in for the Tigers, and now covered up by the Duluth goalie, and now get a stoppage of play. 9:36 now to here to play in period number 2. It's 3-0 Duluth. Peterson, Anderson, Manthei, Blair, and Stensland on the reset. This one coming up to the right of the Duluth goalie in the Tigers' offensive zone. Peterson takes the face-off. This one comes back to Duluth. Peterson continues to hassle the defenseman from Duluth as he tries to pull it back behind the net. Now picked up by Manthei. Manthei tries to quickly get out to Anderson. Anderson with a shot. That one got blocked before it made it to the net. Now a player jumps the play. That one gets knocked forward. It's going to be Stensland rushing after it. Stensland loses an edge. Duluth loses an edge. Now a player with it hit. What are we going to get? There's a whistle. We're going to get a trip. I think the Tigers are going to go on the power play. Duluth going to the bench. That'll be Duluth's second penalty. Tigers are 0 for 1 on the power play today. 9:13 to go here in period number 2. Tigers finding themselves down 3-0. It's go time right now. Got to make something happen. Manthei, Peterson, Stensland, and Letter are going to start on this power play along with Anderson. Anderson coming into your screen right now on the left wing. Peterson's going to take the face-off. 2 minutes on the penalty for Duluth for number 19. That's going to be a tripping call as went into the boards with Stensland. Oh, now a centering pass there by Manthei and nobody there. It's going to have to be tracked down by Stensland. Stensland picks it up, comes through the defensive zone quickly up to Letter. Letter backhands that one, corrals it in, now brings it in their offensive zone. Oh, Letter walking it through middle of the ice. Still can't find a handle. Now picks it up, drops the one in deep to Anderson. Anderson finds it off the skates of the ref. Then he's getting pushed down. Weird meditation pose there a little bit for Anderson. Now we're going to get a whistle. See what we get. We get offsides called. We'll get a neutral zone faceoff coming up. 1:26 left here to go in period number 2, or in the penalty. 8:38 left to go in period number 2. This power play unit will feature Bjorkstrand, Kiefer, and Besser, along with Stensland, and trying to see, that's going to be Letter. Here goes Stensland, walks it in. Has Tigers all behind him. Waits, holds, goes behind the goalie. Comes all the way out to Letter. Letter right back to Stensland. Kiefer's in low. Stensland trying to now go high. Goes over to Besser. Besser waiting. Comes right back over to Stensland. Tigers setting it up. Waiting, holding. Now Stensland brings it right back to the point. Drops it off for Letter. Letter! Oh, there it was for Besser! Oh, Besser with a wide open and just hit off of the toe, I think, of the heel of his stick. And now Kiefer tries to ricochet one in, trying to find it, and it gets cleared. Tigers with an amazing opportunity, and Besser just with it off the heel of his stick. That has been finding the back of the net for number 3 all year. Now Besser is going to walk it in, get him restarted. Tigers hold in the zone. They got 35 seconds. Bjorkstrand with a big shot, and that one goes wide. Picked up by Besser. Besser out to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand waits, holds. Now it takes a, oh my goodness, how did that not go in? That hit off the crossbar. Now over to Letter. Letter back over to Bjorkstrand. Oh, Bjorkstrand tried to get over to Letter, and goes right to Duluth. It's going to get chipped away. Chased down by Stensland. Has 12 seconds to go. Tries to knock one off free. Picks up by Duluth. Gets now by Letter. Letter's going to have Kiefer and Bjorkstrand. Letter walking it in. Gets that one taken away. Goes way into the corner. Waits for it. Comes over to Bjorkstrand. We go back to full strength. Tigers 0 for 2 on the power play. Bjorkstrand waiting. Bjorkstrand tried to get a play through. Bjorkstrand with again. And 2 tough shots there. Guys open around the ice. Tigers unable to feed them. Now comes Duluth all the way through the zone. Taken away there by Letter. Letter drags it through neutral ice. Here he goes. He's got Bjorkstrand and Kiefer. Now goes through one-man leg. It's a Letter show. Oh, and he couldn't get a shot off. My goodness, Tigers are doing everything right except for putting pucks in the back of the net. Now we move under 6:40 to go. Letter trying to get up to Kiefer. Kiefer just slaps that one away, but it comes right back to Duluth. Comes now into, oh, that one hit off a post. Kiefer tries to slap one free. Now this group's been on too long. Tigers got to get a change. It's going to come up to Peterson. Peterson up to Letter. Letter drives one in deep. It's going to come all the way over. Picked up by Duluth. Now the Tigers got to be careful getting a change. Missed by Lehmeyer. Picked up by Peterson. Shuffles across 2. Comes up to West. West drags it in on the right circle. Takes a shot. That one saved. Rebound comes out to Peterson. Peterson behind the net. Peterson waiting. Comes out to Letter. Letter tries to take a shot. That one blocked. Picked up by Peterson. Peterson drops it in deep. Coming over to West. West puts his hit on it, man. Two men hitting each other. One goes out. Oh, no. West has a chance in front. Can't get enough on it. Lehmeyer has to come back as we had to check up. Picked up by Letter. Letter throws one on net. Hits off the glove. He's just going to swipe that one away into the corner. It's going to come all the way over to Peterson. Peterson tries to get one, not enough stick on it. Comes back over to Duluth. Duluth throws one up the ice. That one goes off of Lehmeyer's stick, so no icing. Under 5:30 to play. Still the 3-0. No scoring yet here in the second period. Comes all the way through. Tigers miss on that one. Picked up by Duluth. It goes back behind the net. Chased over by West. Comes out to the defensive point. Now goes out to neutral ice. Can West win this battle? West takes a swipe at it. Just unable to, but picked up by Peterson. Everybody's on sides. Peterson has Manthai. Takes a shot. That one goes wide. And Manthai able to chip one away slowly, but now picked up by Duluth. Under 5 to go. Through neutral ice goes the play. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer takes a big swipe at it. That one goes in deep. No, it didn't. Now it does. And Tigers got to get back on sides. They're still going to be off sides as Anderson jumped into the offensive zone before Manthai was back fully on sides. That'll be an offside Tiger neutral zone faceoff coming up. 4:39 now left to go here in period number 2. It's 3-0 Duluth. Boyer, Kiefer, and I think that's Besser. It is Besser along with Blair and Lehmeyer. Tigers are going to control. It's going to be Boyer. Boyer comes racing in. Now comes all the way back over to Blair. Blair takes a shot. That one wide, but here comes Boyer. Boyer with a bouncing puck. Tried to get one through, and that one hit behind the net. Now they try to jump the play, stays in neutral ice. Lehmeyer chips one free. The Tigers had to get back on sides. This one's going to come all the way over to Kiefer. Kiefer chips one forward. Can they get a hold of it? Goes under Boyer's legs. Now it's going to be chased over by Blair. Blair goes into the corner. Blair goes around the net. Blair trying to get one free. Gets it over to Boyer. Tries to chip one free over to Besser. Besser kicks one free. Gets by Besser, but picked up by Boyer. No, it doesn't. And then Boyer and Kiefer run into each other. Goes right back to Kiefer. Gets over to Besser. Besser trying to make a play. Drives it through the zone and still has it on his stick. Now over to Kiefer. Kiefer with a backhand. Trying to get one through, and he hits the ice. Duluth quickly through neutral ice. Tigers have really controlled much of this second period. They just haven't been able to find that back of the net. Duluth goalie's been good. Duluth defense has been good. Now the Tigers trying to go through. It's going to be Lehmeyer. Big shot by Lehmeyer. Saved Duluth goalie. Moving under 3:20 to go. Now out front, it's going to be Kiefer still out there. Thought he was getting a change, but no, he's still on the ice. Stays in neutral ice, picked up by Blair. Blair circles around. Comes over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer quickly now up to West. West and Kiefer. Now West takes a shot, no rebound. 3:06 to go here in period 2. Good action on both sides. Tigers controlling much of the second period.
More shots than saves.
What's that?
I said I'm definitely marking more shots than saves.
Just heard from the best stat man in the game. Definitely marking more shots than saves. Now it's going to come all the way over. Papera runs after it. Stays in, no offsides. Duluth is going to take control in their offensive zone. Now they walk through. Save Heidela. Now it's going to be Stensland. Stensland drops back. Holding it there, fighting for it on the sidewall. Goes Stensland. Out as well is going to be West, Bjorkstrand, and Kiefer. Tigers are really changing it up here. Now it's going to be West. West is going to drag it through. West gets knocked down. I don't see a hand up. That looked like it could have been a potential tripping call. No call. Little hometown cooking here for Duluth. Comes all the way deep into the zone. Now picked up by Duluth, goes behind the net. They quickly look for the breakout. Here they come through, kicked by Bjorkstrand. Keeps it briefly into their offensive zone. Now goes deeper in their offensive zone. Bjorkstrand, now Kiefer. Kiefer almost losing a step there. Picked up by Duluth, goes through neutral ice. They quickly break it out. Going to be hit there by Stensland. Comes right back by Duluth. They try center and pass. Tigers are a little bit lopsided there on defense. Now get re-engaged. This one goes behind Heidela. Stensland tries to pick it up. Stays with Stensland. Stensland chips one forward, coming over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand just whacks on one. Now it's going to be up to Stensland. They now get it into neutral ice. Stensland chasing, not Stensland, I'm sorry, Manthei. That's a 9, not a 6. Now goes Duluth, and we're going to get a... Looks like the Tigers' Manthei might be going... No, it's going to be Duluth. Tigers going back on the power play. 1:37 left to go here in period number 2. Manthei inducing the penalty on that one. We'll see how the Tigers want to start this power play out. They're 0 for 2 on the power play here so far in this contest. They're going to start with Peterson, Manthei, and Anderson, along with Letter. And Stensland. Duluth is going to control. They're going to try to clear. They do get the clear. This one's going to come all the way down to Heidela. 1:30 to go here in period number 2. 1:50 to go in the Tiger power play. Letter over now to Anderson. Anderson walks it up the left-hand circle. Anderson waits. They get set up. Anderson has all day. He tried to take a shot. No rebound. Manthei almost got the steal there. Now comes right back over to Anderson. Anderson knocks that one down. Waits. Holds. Still with it. Still with it. Anderson, they're going to come right back to him. Go out to your defense. Nope. Didn't want to go to the defense. Instead, throws it up into the netting. In all fairness, the defense were too wide open on those plays. 1:01 here to go in period number 2. 1:25 to go in the Tiger power play. Peterson to take the face-off. This one's going to be raced down, comes back over to Anderson. Now Anderson comes over, and that one gets poked away. Comes up now to Letter. Letter waits, holds, comes up to Anderson. Anderson with it. Comes back up over to Peterson. Now it's going to come over to Manthei. A little ping pong there for the Tigers so they get it back in their offensive zone. Then Manthei gets wrestled down. That was a good hit over the middle for football. Now picked up by Letter. Letter behind the net. Comes all the way out to Manthai. Manthai shoots. Try to keep the shot low. Comes over to Peterson. Peterson walks it in. Comes all the way up to Stensland and goes under Stensland's stick. Stensland has to backtrack as he has the Duluth player coming all the way on him. Almost steals it from him. He does steal from him. Now we're going to get a... Let's see, do I see a hand up? I don't see a hand up. Tigers got away with a lucky one there. It looked like a potential trip on Stensland. Now a shot. That one gets blocked. Tigers got to get a semblance of a power play going here. Here goes Anderson. That one gets stolen away and gets knocked down. That's going to do it here for period number 2. Tigers will have 23 seconds on the power play when we come back here after a 15-minute Zamboni. We'll catch our breath, and we'll be back for the last 15 minutes of this game. Zamboni is off. Duluth is now making their way back to the rink right before the start of the third period. Waiting for the Tigers to emerge from their locker room. Tigers find themselves down 3-0 here after 3 periods. They have 23 seconds left on their power play. They are 0 for 2 on the power play so far. Tigers owning the second period, clearly out shooting Duluth. However, Duluth goalie, Duluth defense have been pretty stout. Not allowing a goal yet in this contest from the Tigers. Here come the Tigers now onto the rink. Well, at least a quarter of the team, and now here comes the next quarter of the team. And the last quarter of the team. Wouldn't really be a quarter, that'd be a third. So I guess they came out in thirds. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and here we go. 15 minutes on the clock here to start the third period. We're going to get this one underway shortly. We'll get your starting lineups for the third period. Tigers got work to do. They're down. They find themselves down 3-0.
Not too much. You don't want to do it, right?
Tigers break huddle. We'll get your starting lineup here now for the third period. We're going to start with Charlie Bjorkstrand at center. At left wing will be number 11, Clayton West. At right wing will be number 7, Mason Boyer. Back defensively, number 6, Owen Stensland. Number 24, Mason Letter. 20 now seconds left on the Tiger power play. It's going to start Duluth. Now they clear. Able to throw it all the way down. Heidela blocks that one down, now gives off to Stensland. Moving in, 10 seconds left on the power play. That one got blocked down over to West. West drags that one under his feet over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand starts the venture north. Now comes all the way through the zone, still with it on his stick, unable to get a shot off. That's going to do it. Now Duluth trying to get a breakaway. Back going Letter. Letter's there defensively. He's able to get a stick on it just before the shot comes through. That one goes wide of Heidela. Now going through the zone, Tigers trying to break it out, comes right back to Duluth here in the right circle. Now picked over by West. West tries to block one on or backhand one over to Stensland, comes over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand gets one out to neutral ice, chased by Letter and Boyer. Now picked up by Duluth. They get it right back into their offensive zone, moving under 14 minutes to go. Tigers want any chance in this game, they got to go here early. Knocked back by Stensland. That one goes nowhere, but it goes to now picked up by Letter. Letter chases it down. He loses the puck. Duluth keeps it in the right circle, gets around the ref. Now picked up by Stensland. Stensland knocks one clean away. Picked up by Duluth. They stay in the point, going through the right circle. Now it goes back out to neutral ice. Now going to be chased by Boyer. Boyer chasing the play. Now Duluth right back through neutral ice. Duluth with it. Picks it up, trying to pick up speed through neutral ice. Hit there by Letter. Picked up by Bjorkstrand. Both teams now with 3 penalties. Tigers 0 for 3 on their power play. Duluth 1 for 3 on their power play. Picked up by Duluth, goes through the left circle. Walks by Papera, tries to take a shot. That one goes wide. Picked up by Letter. This one knocked ahead for Kiefer. They let that one go. Icing waved off. Picked up by Duluth. Kiefer chases. Kiefer goes right under his legs. Isn't able to make a play. Back with him with his Kramer. Now goes Besser. Besser tries to make a play down. Picked up by Duluth. Goes through neutral ice. Gets by the Tigers defense. Picked up by Duluth. Goes into their neutral ice or into their offensive zone. Now Kiefer with it. Kiefer tries to poke that one away. Picked up by Besser. The one-man breakout now gets that one knocked away. Picked up by the Tigers again. Picked up by Kiefer. Kiefer quickly over to Kramer. Kramer reaches for it. Gets by Kramer. Goes through neutral ice. Going to be subdued there by Besser right through neutral ice. Tigers unable to get anything going offensively so far this third period. Now moving under 12 minutes to go. Duluth walks it into their left circle. Now it's going to be Besser. Besser over to Kramer. Kramer with it, moving up the left-hand side. Kramer corrals it in, has Besser center, moves up to the left circle, tries to take a shot, backhand Besser, and that one gets saved there by Duluth. Now it's going to be Duluth. Kiefer tries to make a play, comes out to neutral ice. Tigers got to check back up. Lehmeyer misses on that pass through, but now Besser's going to jump into the play, goes behind the Duluth net. Kiefer and Besser in their offensive zone. Duluth walking it up, trying to chase. Now Besser's able to knock one away. Picked up by Kiefer. Kiefer throws one back into their offensive zone. First one there is going to be Anderson. Anderson trying to avoid a hit. Centering play. Oh, it just goes by Kiefer. Too many pucks are just missing sticks here for the Tigers. They were good against Woodbury, and they're just missing them here tonight. Duluth picks it up now through neutral ice. Trying to break it right back in. Gets by Lehmeyer. Going to be chased down by Blair. No! Oh, it's going to be Heidela. Heidela tried to clear the puck, and that one hit off of Blair. Quick shot there by Duluth, saved by Heidela. Now picked up now by Blair. Blair chases around in the corner. He gets hit. Picked up by Peterson. Peterson trying to get out to Anderson. Sits right there, left circle. Here comes Duluth trying to center a pass. Gives it right back to the Tigers. It's going to be Anderson. Anderson knocks one free. Goes into neutral ice. Manthei now on with Peterson and Anderson. Fight there now comes out to Blair. Blair with it. Blair tracks one down, knocks one over to Anderson. Anderson knocks one free, trying to get up to Peterson. That one kept in by Duluth. Anderson still chasing after it. Now knocked free by Lehmeyer. Gets it out to Manthei. Manthei works around the defenseman. Gets that one then taken away on the neutral ice. Now picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer bull rushes his way through. Right there, tries a center pass over to Anderson. And unable to get a shot. Comes back out to Peterson. Peterson now with it. Comes through center ice right at the point. Comes all the way over to Anderson. Anderson from the left circle takes a shot. That one, good save there by the Duluth goalie. Goes up to the net and we'll get a stoppage of play. 10:07 to go here in the third period. .07 to go here in the third period. It's 3-0 Duluth. Tigers are going to counter with Bjorkstrand, West, Boyer, Stensland, and Letter. West to take the face-off. Is coming to the right of the Duluth goalie. Comes out. Bjorkstrand tries to corral. Now comes back over to Letter. Letter back into West. West, over to Boyer, who takes a hard hit into the sideboards. Picked up by Duluth, and here they go, racing it through neutral ice. Tigers are back defensively. It's going to be Stensland and Letter. Now they try to center a pass, get picked off by Letter. Push forward by West. Now it's going to be Letter up to Boyer. Boyer trying to corral it in, stays with Duluth. Going right back through neutral ice, stays at the point. Driving through, trying to get through Stensland. Now backs in a play, comes right through the middle, takes a shot. Good play there by Duluth, better save by Heidela. Comes out to the point for Duluth. Now they take another shot, good save by Heidela. Letter's able to get one out to neutral ice. There it goes, and here comes West. Can West get something going? Drives it through the zone, takes a shot. That one saved. It stayed right under the pads of the Duluth goalie. Tigers will get a change. It's going to be Besser, Kramer, Kiefer. Stensland and Letter are going to remain out defensively. 9:17 now to go here in period 3. Tigers looking for an answer. Besser to take the face-off. This is coming up to the right of the Duluth goalie. Into the left circle. This one now goes into the corner. Kiefer chases. Comes all the way back up to Letter. Letter tries to chip one free, but it comes out to Duluth. Here they got 2-on-1. It's Stensland along with one. Now can the Tigers get one? They knock one free. Trying to get up to Letter. Letter with it. He's got 2-on-2. No, they got 2-on-3 or 3-on-2. Letter gets held there. Trying to get one through. Oh my goodness, how was that not called? Oh my goodness, ref. No hands up. He was taking a while to get down the ice, so I can understand. Letter got hit hard there. Letter still getting up gingerly. Oh my goodness, here comes Duluth right through the point. Good save by Heidela. Letter stays on. Letter definitely got hurt on that one a little bit. Stays on the ice. Now Besser's going to chase it. Comes all the way into neutral ice. Staying out with it is Kiefer. No, comes right back to Besser. Tigers re-engage back in their offensive zone. Kramer tries to take a shot kick save there by the Duluth goalie. Oh, another one for Besser. Oh, kick save. What a save by the Duluth goalie. Besser had it go right onto his stick. Wraps one around, but a nice save by Duluth. Now moving under 8 minutes to go. Kramer tries to chip one forward. Letter still on the ice. Hard to believe he is still on the ice. That was a hard hit he took right into the boards. Now Kiefer waits. Kramer back on. Kiefer throws one in deep. Tigers will get a change. Tigers reset. Now Letter with a big hit. Almost had it kept in their offensive zone. Good hit there by Letter. Picked up by Anderson. Anderson tries to puck handle around. Gets that one taken away. Comes back through neutral ice. Duluth is going to chase. Now moving under 7:30 to go. Hit there by Papera. Papera loses an edge. Tigers with it. It's going to be Peterson. Peterson tries to move it out to Anderson. That one comes right back behind Heidela. Picked up by Papera. Moves over to Peterson. Peterson waits. Comes up to Anderson. Anderson with it. Kicks one free. Anderson tries to move it over. Letter getting a change. And then kick back in by Duluth. Papera, now Lehmeyer out defensively. Manthey, Peterson, Anderson out at the forwards. Anderson quickly tries to get out to Manthey. He does. Manthey moves it forward, moving it through the zone. Won't go into the offensive zone. Now they're going to get an offsides. Offsides as Peterson was already engaged, waiting for Manthey to come through. Tigers on the offsides will get a neutral zone faceoff. 6:56 now here to play in period number 3. It's 3-0 Duluth. West, Bjorkstrand, Boyer, Blair, Lehmeyer. This one's going to come out to Blair. Blair settles that one down, gets it in deep, gets a shot, glove there, and they knock it back down, and we resume play. Hit there by Boyer. Puck stays free, but no Tigers are down there. Now West re-engages. Waiting. Now it's going to be Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand holding back a bit. Now knocks that one free. Kept by Duluth. Can the Tigers make something happen? Stays with Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand trying to walk one in, trying to still walk it left circle. Now he's going to try to backhand. That one gets knocked away. Bjorkstrand still with it. Bjorkstrand takes a shot. That's a tough angle shot, but there it was. Oh, that was on the side as Boyer's taking a shot. I thought he might have got the rebound to go, but that was on the side of the net. That'll be an icy call. We'll stay down here in the Tigers' offensive zone. Tigers are going to get a change. It's going to be Kramer, Kiefer, Besser coming out offensively. Defensively, we're going to keep Lehmeyer and Blair. This will be to the right of the Duluth goalie. In the left circle goes Besser. Faceoff's going to come out to Duluth. Goes behind the net. Chased there by Kiefer and Besser. Knocked down by Besser. Besser takes a hit. Loses an edge. This one's going to come all the way out to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer tries to knock one back over to Kiefer. Kiefer knocked it down with a stick and then gave it over to Duluth. Duluth walks it in the right circle, and that's going to be an offsides. They did everything right, but stay on sides. We're going to bring this one back to neutral ice. 5:54 here to go in period number 3. 3-0 Duluth. Besser to take the face-off. This coming right below our camera well. We're going to keep the same grouping out there. Now moved in by Blair. Going to give it off to Kiefer. Kiefer's going to knock one in deep. Oh, here goes Besser. Besser from Kiefer. Oh, no. Did he not make? There it was. Oh, Kramer got it. My goodness, Besser hit one off the post. Came off to Kramer. It's 3-1 now, Tigers, after the goal by Kramer. Yeah. Let's see how many they go. It would have been what? Kramer from Besser and Kiefer. Tigers finally find themselves on the board. 5:43 left here to go in period number 3. That goal coming from number 19, Kellen Kramer, assisted by number 3, Luke Besser, and 21, Jake Kiefer. Now Kramer. Oh my goodness, they just said it over the loud announcement. I am so good at calling points. Not to brag. Now Kiefer trying to move it forward. That one's going to be blocked down by Duluth. Now drag back over. Good play there by the Tiger defensively. Now it's going to be Besser. Besser working it through the zone. The one-man breakout gets by 1. Now gets by 2. Here he's trying to get by 3. Yep, there goes number 3. Now tries to move it up to Kiefer. He did all that work just for Kiefer not to handle the pass. Oh my goodness. Moving all the way back down. We're getting an icing call on the Tigers. 5:07 here to go in period number 3. Tigers finally breaking the code on the Duluth net. They find themselves down 3-1, but it's time running out on this game. Tigers are going to counter with Manthei, Peterson, Anderson, along with Letter and Stensland. Peterson fights for it, now comes up to Stensland. Stensland moves it through the zone, gives it off over to Anderson. Anderson moving up the left-hand side with speed. Waits, holds, tries to center a play all the way over to Stensland. Now they're going to come right back over to Anderson. Anderson chips one free, no Tiger there. Stensland tries to wrap around, but it goes right to Duluth. Now here goes Duluth. Duluth coming through the right zone, tries to center a play, they hit it. Duluth with a very pretty goal. Tigers getting discombobulated on the defensive end. They let them walk in, center a play, and another shot gets by Heidela. 4:42 now left to play here in period number 3. Tigers, after putting one on the board, let one up. They go down 4-1. Same grouping's going to stay out there. Peterson, Manthei, Anderson, Letter, and Stensland. And we're going to get a change. It was a late sub. Duluth getting the right personnel on. We're going to drop the puck. Peterson take the face off. And comes out to Letter. Letter quickly up to Anderson. Anderson! Oh my God. That was a big hit on Anderson. He's right back up. Tigers go to work in their offensive zone. Now hit by Manthei. Saved there by the Duluth goalie. Tigers will get a change. They're going to bring out Bjorkstrand, West, and Boyer at the forward position. Letter and Stensland will remain out defensively. 4:26 to play. Tigers down 4-1. This one coming out to Stensland. Tigers unable to redirect in towards the net. That one goes wide. Now Boyer tries to push one back over to West. Comes out to Letter. Letter tries to find it over to West. This one jumps high over to Letter. Letter pushes one down. Takes a shot. That one just goes wide. Good idea by number 24. Picked up by West. West tries to find the pass up over to Stensland. Stensland takes a shot. Good shoulder save there by the Duluth goalie. Comes all the way through the zone. Trying to keep in by Bjorkstrand. Picked up by Duluth. Here comes Duluth. They get one deep. This one goes behind Heidela. He'll be chased down by Letter. Letter drags it in. Coming right back over to Stensland. Stensland with some room. Trying to hit out Bjorkstrand, but that one's going to be wide of Bjorkstrand. As Bjorkstrand was running a post right through the middle, we just hit him wide. 3:43 left here to go in period number 3. It's 4-1 Duluth. Tigers looking for an answer. Haven't been able to unlock this Duluth squad now in 2 games. They'll be back on the ice again tomorrow morning here in Duluth. This time across the river we'll be playing in Wisconsin, Superior, Wisconsin. Same 2 teams, 9:30. Kramer blocks the shot, unable to come away with it, but then an offsides on Duluth. We'll get a neutral zone face-off coming up here right below the camera well. 3:38 here to play in period number 3. Tigers on the losing end right now, 4-1. Besser to take the face-off. We'll have Kramer, Kiefer, Papera, and Lehmeyer. Tigers try to control right below us. It does. It comes out to Besser. Besser moves in with Kiefer. They got 3-on-2. Tries to move it up to Kiefer. That one behind Kiefer. He looked at it go behind him, and now the Tigers are chasing the other way. Comes right through, right to the point. Comes Duluth. They take a shot. Still right through the point. Tigers got to get back. Now another shot. First one there's going to be Kiefer. Tries to knock one free. Let's see if we're going to get icing called. Icing's whistle will bring this one all the way back. Looks like a Duluth player might be hurt. Trying to figure what's going on. He's waving for medical staff. Nope, they're going to get helped up. Oh, he might have broke trying to figure out if he's hurt or if it's just a bad blade. Might be an ankle. He's coming off on his own power. Doesn't look like he's holding up anything gingerly. Hopefully he's okay. He's able to get back on the ice tomorrow. 3:09 now to go here in period 3. Tigers are going to bring out Peterson, Manthai. Peterson, Manthai, Anderson, Lehmeyer, and Papera. Moving in under 3 minutes to go. Tigers playing with that, with the line of being in 8th place in their division. This is the line to get to play downs. That's what this team is playing for the rest of the year as we start now to get into crunch time. Tigers take a shot. That one hit off of the shoulder of the goalie, goes over the net. Tigers trying to get into above 8th position. That'll get them into playdowns. Playdowns for a shot to go to state. But the Tigers are going to have work to do now playing their 13th game. They're going to have 11 games remaining. Every one of them is going to be important. Now picked up by Papera, trying to get it through neutral ice. As then unable to do so, goes right back to the point. Duluth trying to look on to add on number 5, Heidela. Sees that puck jump up over his head. Now it's going to be Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer! Oh, try to pull that one forward. That one just got out of his reach. Now picked up by Peterson. Stays in neutral ice. Moving under 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go in this hockey game. Tigers down 4-1. Both teams appear, unless something really stupid happens here in the next 2 minutes, both appear like they are going to pick up a fair play point. No worries there. However, Duluth is going to pick up another valuable 2 points. Oh, there goes Anderson into the penalty box. Tigers with their 4th penalty of the game. Slashing call on number 16, Connor Anderson. Tigers right now 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. This will be their 4th penalty kill attempt on the contest. This one coming out now. Duluth controls out at the point. Moves it into the right circle. Chased there by Blair. Pulls it right back to the point for Duluth. They walk it in, try to take a shot. That one almost jumped its way into the back of the net, but it went wide. Now comes back over to Duluth into the corner. Duluth sets up. Moving in under 1:30 to go. 1:40 left in the power play. Tigers, if they can hold off, will be on 5-on-4 for the rest of the game. Now they try to move it in. Blair tries to come through. Good shot there by Duluth, but a better save by Heidela. 1:28 to go here in period number 3. It's 4-1 Duluth. Tigers will have another chance to try to figure out this Rubik's Cube of a Duluth hockey team. That'll happen 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Get a fresh pot of coffee on. We're going to go through the buffet line early. We're going to go across the river, go to Superior to check out another game. Well, I'm not sure what the delay here is. We got a face-off coming up to the left of Heidela. 1:28 to go in the hockey game. Now picked up by Duluth. They're going to set back up. Oh, now out to neutral ice. Good play there by Boyer. Boyer able to put a stick on that one, get it out to neutral ice. Now chased around by Bjorkstrand, picked up by Boyer. Boyer, let's see if we get one. No, I think they're getting a little friendly here with us up here in the cold confines of the Duluth hockey arena. That looked like it could have been a potential tripping call, not called. Tigers trying to clear, unable to clear, they turn it over. Now Duluth has 2-on-1. Blair does a nice job of blocking that one away, and they go right back into neutral ice. Under a minute to go in both the penalty and the game. Duluth comes through neutral ice, trying to knock one down. Tigers trying to do their best here to kill off another penalty. They're 2 for 3. Now goes through neutral ice, takes a shot. That one goes wide. Duluth knocks one back. It's going to go over to Lehmeyer. 40 seconds to play. Lehmeyer, can he clear it? And comes out, Bjorkstrand. No, can't get to Bjorkstrand. Goes to the right circle. Takes a shot. Good save there by Heidela. 31.6 seconds to go. Besser and West are going to come to join Blair and Lehmeyer. Tigers are going to fall short here tonight, but will pick up one fair play point. I think based on tiebreakers, that might move them back up into either 6th or 7th place based on points. Let me take a look at that one. Duluth still trying to get something to work. Comes right back out to the right circle. Now Duluth passes all the way around, trying to get a pass free.